Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram today.
The local program teaching economics and farming to students.
On Good Day.
That in the presence of evil,
Metro's top cop,
good will raise up. We will all prevail.
Remembers one of his own as friends, family, and colleagues say goodbye to Charleston Hartfield.
He wouldn't want me crying.
How the Valley is honoring the officer
He would want me to be happy.
who was one of 58 killed in the nation's deadliest mass shooting.
The city of Henderson joins the rest of the Valley in allowing recreational marijuana sales. How much extra cash that could mean for the state's coffers.
The date is set when shovels will hit the ground for the nearly $2 billion stadium that will one day be the new home of the Raiders just west of the Las Vegas Strip.
And Friday winds responsible for some airport delays and this hazy skies at this 5 o'clock hour. When those winds will finally come to an end, coming up in your most accurate forecast.
Now, live, this is 8 News Now at 5.
Attention, all officers. Officer Charleston Hartfield, P number 9008. May he rest in peace. Secure. Final.
A Metro dispatcher honoring Officer Charleston Hartfield with a final call over police radio.
Now, that was just one of the ways the officer was remembered today.
The marquees lit up bright this morning to honor the officer who was one of 58 people killed while attending the Route 91 Harvest Festival.
His funeral procession made its way down the Las Vegas Strip today and past the festival grounds where his life ended, before being taken to a memorial service at Central Christian Church in Henderson.
Thanks for joining us here tonight at 5 o'clock. I'm Denise Valdez.
And I'm Christiane Klein. Dave has the night off. A Hartfield was laid to rest today at Nevada Veterans Memorial Cemetery in Boulder City.
8 News Now reporter Karen Castro was at today's memorial service. Karen?
Denise and Christiane, an emotional farewell to the 34-year-old officer who served his country in more than one way. Now, on the tragic night of October 1st, he was actually off duty, but he died protecting others. Holding hands, the wife and 2 children of fallen officer Charleston Hartfield followed his flag-draped casket by foot as thousands gathered to honor his life. His wife Veronica didn't speak during the ceremony at the Central Church in Henderson. Instead, she wrote a letter in which she calls her husband her Superman, although he didn't like being called a hero. But to many, he was and continues to be.
Every morning I get up, there's not been one morning that I have not cried uncontrollably. Then I have to catch myself. He wouldn't want me crying. He would want me to be happy.
I know that if he were still here, he had an entire list of additional accomplishments that he would be working on conquering.
With heavy hearts, those closest to the fallen officer embraced the good times they shared. The 11-year Metro Police veteran was a huge Johnny Cash and Dr. Seuss fan who loved to make people laugh, even when he made up words.
What the heck is Fussell? And so he's like, you know, fat and muscle.
The father of 2 who married his high school sweetheart is described as being much more than a family man. He was a decorated combat veteran in the U.S. Army and was a first sergeant for the Nevada Army National Guard while working as a Metro Police officer. He also coached a youth football team. On the night of the 1 October attack, he was off duty, but he gave his life protecting his wife and strangers.
Charlie demonstrated his power of hope that Sunday night, that in the presence of evil, good will raise up, and we will all prevail.
Officer Hartfield leaves behind a void in the community, but his legacy will live on. And again, Officer Hartfield was laid to rest earlier this afternoon at the Veterans Memorial Cemetery in Boulder City. His family did ask for privacy during that time, and we, of course, respected their wishes. Now, if you would like to donate to his GoFundMe account, we have that information for you on LasVegasNow.com. We're live in Henderson. Karen Castro, 8 News Now.
All right, Karen, thank you. And we are still waiting to hear whether CNN was able to obtain Stephen Paddock's deposition in an earlier case that he had against the Cosmopolitan Cosmopolitan Hotel. Now, if the judge rules in the network's favor, his 2013 deposition will be made public. He sued the Cosmopolitan, claiming he suffered substantial injuries when he slipped and fell. The case, though, was settled out of court, and we could find out if they're granting the disposition, I should say, sometime next week. Well, despite the worldwide coverage of the shooting, Americans haven't really changed their minds about gun control. According to a new poll by the Associated Press, 61% of those surveyed said the country's gun laws should be tougher, but 27% would rather see them remain the same, and 11% want them to be less strict. And that's about the same as another AP poll that was taken back in July of 2016. The new poll found the country divided much more evenly on whether restricting firearms would reduce the number of mass shootings.
And on this Friday and fall, we are also keeping an eye on that windy weather outside.
Yeah, if you've been outside, you probably noticed it's a little bit windy, and windy, in fact, is putting a damper on at least one big weekend event.
Yeah, the annual Balloon Festival is still on for this weekend, but at least for tonight, they will not be launching the hot air balloons in the air.
Instead, they're going to do what's called a candlestick show by igniting all their burners and just dazzling the crowd with all those really cool flames. If you would like to go, it's already underway. It's at Southern Hills Hospital. It goes from 6 in the morning until 11 at night tomorrow and Sunday. And Ted, you predicted they might have some trouble with this event this weekend.
Yeah, in fact, I was supposed to go live from that event, but I canceled because of these winds. So we got to focus on the winds and how dangerous they can be in some spots. So that's why we stayed in studio today. Top gusts, look at that. Barstow, 53 miles per hour. Nellis, 40, 38 Henderson. These are some pretty big wind speeds. We saw a lot of them in the morning, but we still continue to see some breezy winds outside at this hour. Look at that, 15 to 20. So the wind is still blowing. Your temperatures drop big time. Remember 89 yesterday, only high 70s for this afternoon. Things have cooled off. Wind advisory still in play. Notice Las Vegas not included in that. That's because the winds aren't strong enough for an advisory, but we see in San Bernardino County, Inyo, Mojave County. That's in play until 8 p.m. And we also have a lake wind advisory issued for tomorrow. That starts at 8 p.m. tonight and lasts until 6 p.m. tomorrow. So if you plan to go to the lake tomorrow, keep that in mind because we'll still have some gusty winds around that specific location. Here's your evening plan. I know a lot of you are going out tonight. Temperatures are going to be in the 60s. We will retain some breezy winds tonight. It won't entirely be gone. Light breezes at 11 p.m. unless you live to the north, North Las Vegas, Centennial Hills, Aliante. We'll still keep some of those north winds. Morning breezes will be around 58 degrees in the morning, with those winds decreasing by tomorrow afternoon. We'll have more on the air quality outside. You see the haze out there, and also your recreation forecast all coming out. Denise.
All right, Ted, just into our newsroom, UNLV police are telling students to be on high alert after a student was forced to perform a sexual act at gunpoint. Now, this happened between 6 and 6:30 this morning inside of the Cottage Grove parking garage. Police say a man came up to a woman while she was getting something out of her car, held her at gunpoint while forcing her to perform the act. We are told the student was able to get a hold of the gun and then run away. We don't know much about the suspect, though, but we're told he's a black man with blonde dreadlocks. So if you know anything or perhaps this sounds familiar, you can call Crime Stoppers. You can remain anonymous. That number is 385-5555. Retail marijuana is now up for sale in the city of Henderson. 8 News Now reporter Brittany Edney joining us now live from one of the dispensaries, The Source. And Brittany, what's the turnout been like today?
Hey there, Denise. Well, there's been a steady flow of people coming in and out all day long, keeping this dispensary busy, whether they're coming here as a customer or just to check out some of their products and learn more about things like these edibles, such as these cookies or caramels or even honey that you're seeing right now. And managers tell me that they're excited because they've been waiting for this day to arrive after the city council gave the go-ahead last month for sales to start. The vote was close, though, 3-2, and followed a lengthy moratorium on legal pot sales. Then earlier this week, the council approved business licenses for all 5 of the dispensaries in the city. Some locals I spoke with say it's going to be much easier having access to recreational marijuana here in Henderson.
I think it's fantastic. Like, I was going to the other location before, and my grandmother would go with me as well. And it was just so inconvenient because it was way out there. Like, I got the email yesterday that they were going to be opening up today recreational, so I was like, cool, we'll go check it out.
Remember, the one requirement to buy marijuana is you have to be at least 21 years old and bring your identification. Now, marijuana taxes are already expected to add $1 million to the city this fiscal year, which goes through June 30th. Reporting live, Brittany Edney, 8 News Now.
Brittany, you just mentioned that $1 million figure. I also know that some of the dispensaries hired additional staff. Are they giving any early projections on what they're expecting?
Yeah, Denise, they're talking that they could see, that the city here could see up to $10 million in recreational sales over the next 8.5 months. So there's a lot of excitement for both, the consumers, but also the dispensary, because that money also means more jobs. Denise?
That's a lot of money. All right, Brittany, thanks so much for that report. Nevada working to fight the opioid epidemic, and they are putting $1 million towards those efforts. The state will use that money to buy 5 drug incinerators to be installed across the state, and they'll be used to burn pills that are confiscated or handed over. The money will also be used to buy medication that reverses opioid overdoses, so first responders will be able to save more lives. A full-time investigator on the FBI opioid task force will also be hired. Forgotten in the furor over the opioid issue are millions of chronic pain patients in Nevada, as well as across the country, whose legal and legitimate prescriptions have now been slashed in half, or they've been eliminated altogether. So we are working on a multi-part project looking at the war against opioid abuse. The series, #OurPain, the opioid crisis, will start airing next month.
Well, it's a date that football fans here in Las Vegas have been waiting for. The day where we see a shovel hit the ground for the official start of construction of the brand new stadium that'll be home to the Raiders and the Runnin' Rebels. Kevin Martin is live at the south end of the Strip with all the exciting news. Kevin?
Yes, Christiane, we can mark it down November 13th, which Steve Sisolak recently confirmed is the official date for the groundbreaking of the new stadium right here behind me at Russell and 15. So you can expect a lot of big names to be here for that. And if all goes well, June 2020 will be the finish date. That gives about a month leeway for any final touches or construction delays that might happen during the construction, which we all know that the preseason games do kick off in August, so there isn't much wiggle room there. We've learned the roof will look like a bunch of pillows woven together, filled with air, and held up by a cable support system. And team officials have identified about 75,000 potential parking spaces near the stadium they could use to try to make agreements with to make up for the parking space deficiency. All things considered, Raiders president Mark Bedane says things are on track, but it is prudent the construction timeline stays in track in order for the stadium to be ready in time for 2020 football season for the Raiders and the Rebels. And the stadium authority did say that they will talk about this groundbreaking at the next meeting, which is scheduled for early November. Reporting live, Kevin Martin, 8 News Now.
And Kevin, we heard that the Raiders didn't necessarily want to play at Sam Boyd while the new stadium is being built, but any chance they might change their mind?
Officially not, wishful thinking for Las Vegas fans. They actually reported that Raiders are in negotiations right now with the city of Oakland to possibly extend that lease. So nothing for sure set in stone right now, but we'll keep you updated, of course, if we hear anything else.
Wouldn't be bad if they came a little bit earlier. Thank you so much, Kevin. And here's a big alert for anyone planning to go to the Rebels game tomorrow. You'll have to follow a new safety policy. Fans can only carry one clear plastic or vinyl bag that does not exceed 12 inches by 6 inches by 12 inches in size. So a 1-gallon clear plastic freezer bag is acceptable. In addition to the plastic bag, a small clutch bag can also be brought into the game. Exceptions will be made for medically necessary items. Now, the Rebels take on Utah State at 3 in the afternoon.
It appears that O.J. Simpson is getting more comfortable in Las Vegas. The Juice is getting a Nevada driver's license. That is the word from TMZ tonight. On the website, Simpson apparently dropped by the DMV, and it appears he took a test, smiled for a picture, just like everybody else does. Simpson is reportedly living in the Red Rock community following his parole.
Well, still ahead in the Valley's news leader, it is almost red kettle season.
We will tell you how you can step up to help the Salvation Army this year and ring a bell and raise money for outside local businesses. Ted?
A hazy look outside right now. Those winds, however, will be coming to an end. We'll show you when, coming up in your most accurate forecast.
A classic game gets a Jeopardy twist.
Never have I ever walked on this fifth planet from the sun, as it consists mostly of hydrogen and helium.
Can you say,
never have I ever?
Missed an episode?
Tonight at 7 on 8 News Now. This portion of 8 News Now is sponsored by Steel.
This view is sponsored by the Shepherd Eye Center. There are so many beautiful things to see in this world. Shepherd Eye Center will help you see it all more clearly.
A Culligan whole house water conditioning system gets rid of sediment or impurities, so keeping everything spotless is effortless.
Visit CulliganLasVegas.com to get better water at every tap today.
You can sleep late because RC Willey will be closed to the public this Friday and Saturday till noon. Then the doors open at noon with special savings on furniture, mattresses, and flooring. Friday and Saturday from noon till 9, you'll save even more with an additional $50, $100, or $200 off already low prices. Pay no down and no interest for 18 months. The doors open at noon Friday and Saturday. RC Willey, your home, your way.
Toyota RAV4. It's up for anything. Get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2017 RAV4 or get $3,000 cash back on RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
This spring, pick your power. Steel fuel-powered equipment is the #1 selling brand in America, and the Steel Lightning battery system delivers the power to do more on a single charge. Right now, you can pick fuel or battery at a great price with trimmers starting at just $129.95. Or choose the professional blowing power of the BR350 backpack blower, just $299.95. Pick your power, then pick up a Steel. Visit SteelDealers.com.
This view is sponsored by the Shepherd Eye Center. There are so many beautiful things to see in this world. Shepherd Eye Center will help you see it all more clearly.
This portion of 8 News Now is sponsored by Culligan. You're watching the Valley's news leader with Dave Courvoisier, Denise Valdez, and Ted Florendo. This is 8 News Now at 5.
Well, it is not even Halloween just yet, but the Salvation Army is already looking ahead to Christmas. They need volunteers to ring the bells and collect donations around town. Their famous red kettles will be popping up in no time. So if you'd like to help out, we've put up a link on our website. Just go to LasVegasNow.com and click on the links we mentioned. Well, you can set aside more for retirement in 2018 thanks to some new changes.
And the hottest Halloween costume of the season is pretty hot, literally. Consumer advocate Michelle Mortensen has those stories and more in tonight's Money Watch report. Michelle?
Well, today was another record day on Wall Street. The Dow rose 165 points, the Nasdaq climbed 24, and the S&P added 13. Congress appears to be one step closer to tax reform. Last night, the Senate passed a $4 trillion budget measure that could pave the way for the tax overhaul promised by President Trump. The budget plan has to be reconciled with a House plan. People in certain government-sanctioned plans can set aside a little more money for retirement in 2018. The IRS announced today the contribution limit for people in 401ks, 403bs, and most 457 plans will increase to $18,500 next year. That's about $500 up from this year. The cap for a traditional IRA will remain unchanged at $5,500. And if you haven't picked your Halloween costume just yet, Snapchat has one that's pretty hot, as in hot dog. The Snapchat hot dog is one of the social media company's biggest virtual stars, and you can become that hot diggity dog for just $80 on Amazon.
That's the costume I bought for my dog, being a little hot dog, but I know people want to dress up for that. Really?
Evidently.
What's so unique about that?
I have no idea, but I don't really Snapchat, so.
My question is, why is the hot dog wearing headphones?
again, I think we are all, no offense, a little too old to understand the fascination with a hot dog with headphones.
All that went through my mind is like, oh, hot dog sounds really good right now.
There you go. There you go.
Pregnant woman here.
I know, but that's what happens.
Look, headphones.
I know, it's crazy, right?
He's a hip hot dog.
He's cute.
He's got the green beats on.
I mean, he's cute, but
just making me hungry.
$80 though. Man,
it's not cheap.
20 of it is for the headphones.
I guess so.
$1.50 at
They're Beats
Costco
by
and
Dre
get
or
a drink.
something. I don't know. All right.
Go ahead, Ted.
All right, let's take it away from here. From hot dogs to haze. See what I did there?
nice.
Like it. Neighborhood shout out tonight goes to Perry Ablon, Centennial Hills. Thank you very much, Perry, for watching us here on Channel 8. Yeah, we got those clouds, or I should say that haze out there. Not much cloud cover. We're checking up on the air quality. It's good. We got a good audience there. All right. Air quality right now. Smoke and dust. Moderate category. Not unhealthy, thankfully. But we knew this would happen. We warned you about that yesterday. And no weather alerts, air quality alerts have been issued. Good to see that. 79 degrees the high today. 79 is right where we should be. Now, 89 was our high yesterday. Look how much we dropped. The temperatures dropped big time. 68, your morning start, or I should say a mild morning, and it felt like that this morning. It wasn't too chilly at all. 71 Centennial Hills, downtown at 77 as well. Sunrise Mountain, you're at 79. Let's head down to Henderson and Green Valley. 78 degrees for you. Seven Hills, 76. Southwest neighborhood, Silverado Ranch, Southern Highlands, around 77 along with Rhodes Ranch. 76 for you in Prump, double sevens for Boulder City and Laughlin at 82. Look how cool it is in Death Valley at 76. A lot of dust coming in down from San Bernardino County, the dry lake beds being blown up towards us due to that southwesterly flow. So we have a few clouds that are passing through, but what's going to happen is that trough in the jet stream, that cold front, it's right on our doorstep. It's going to pass through. We're going to have the cooler air behind this. And I notice this ridge starts to develop. This is on Sunday, so while tomorrow will be nice, it'll be Sunday and Monday and Tuesday where this high really affects us because we're going to actually crank up those temperatures to way above average. Some neighborhoods could get close to 90, and that's all said and done here on our Ted Said forecast. So here's what to expect. Your winds breezy tonight, not as strong as earlier, not as windy tomorrow unless you're at the lake, okay? Temperatures staying cool for your Saturday. We're looking between 72 to 75 degrees, milder 80s on Sunday. And your skies, the haze clears tomorrow. Air quality improves due to those winds now coming from a northerly direction rather than a southwest westerly direction. So here's your forecast tonight. 55 degrees, mostly clear. Breezy tonight. We'll keep those winds around this evening, but not as strong, like we said, as earlier. Tomorrow, 73, sunny and cool. Breezy in the morning. Our normal 78, so we're going to be above or below average for this time of the year. It's a great day for hiking tomorrow. 58, sunny and cool. Light breezes in the mountain. Red Rock, 68. Now, here's the deal. If you plan to go to the lake tomorrow, keep in mind we have a wind advisory there. The gusts 25 to 35. So the waters are going to be choppy tomorrow. So make sure you're wearing those life vests. 75 degrees. Laughlin, 80 for our high. 7-day forecast now shows warming up for Monday. Look at that. Close to 90 on Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, still in the mid-high 80s. It's a tad cooler by next week, Thursday and Friday, with some breezy winds. Can you believe that? 89 yesterday, 79 for the high today. I didn't know that was going to happen, but 70s for this weekend. It's going to be great tomorrow for some hiking.
Too bad about the balloon festival, but they might still get a couple of rides.
You still got this whole weekend, and the winds are going to die down Saturday and Sunday, so you can still ride those balloons this weekend.
And they did actually have that problem last year, too.
Yeah, they did.
Thanks, Ted.
You got it.
All right, well, for the first time ever, a single man is gracing the cover of Playboy magazine, as you might guess. That man is Hugh Hefner, the creator of the magazine. Hefner died last month at the age of 91. The November-December issue of Playboy will honor him with a side profile photo. Apparently, it was taken back in 1965. Hefner was just 39 at the time. Now, in addition to the front page, the first 6 pages of the issue will celebrate the late publisher's life. In fact, Hefner's son, Cooper, also writes a piece about his father in it. With the cover, Hefner will now be only the 11th man to ever be on the front and the first man ever to be featured on the cover all by himself.
Well, still to come on 8 News Now at 5, we take you live to downtown Las Vegas as the annual Pride Parade is about to get underway. How people are celebrating just ahead.
And coming up at 6, the I-Team investigates the consequences a family court judge could face after a controversial interaction with a child.
This portion of 8 News Now is sponsored by Seams LASIK and Eye Centers. This portion of 8 News Now is sponsored by Marie Calendars.
Monday on Good Day.
The World Cup of wingsuit flying comes to Nevada. How it will impact our economy.
Plus, from the classroom right to the farmer's market. Local chefs and local farmers giving students real-life lessons.
What's cool at school Monday on Good Day.
Your friend orders a Friday sirloin steak and big ribs. You want to up him with the steak, but add a steak. Figuring steak and steak trumps ribs and steak. But does it?
2 meats, 2 sides, $14.99. Get it here or get it to go.
Car's ready.
Wrong car.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. You guys want to check it out?
It's someone else's car.
What is this?
It's the all-new Chevy Equinox.
This feels like a luxury SUV.
Your car's here.
Bummer.
Do we have to take that one back?
Wah, wah. Can I take this one home?
Current qualified competitive lessees can get this all-new 2018 Chevy Equinox LT for around $199 a month, or trade up and get $4,250 total cash allowance. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
The Boyd Gaming Pumpkins are here again. Simply play now through October 28th to earn entries to the drawings each Friday and Saturday, where 5 winners will have a chance to win $5,000 from the Pumpkin Patch Big Board. Plus, get 2 times entries on Mondays and swipe your card Thursdays to win dining credits, free slot play, and up to 1 million Be Connected points. So head to the Orleans, Gold Coast, Suncoast, or Samstown and play Pumpkin Patch Big today. See Be Connected Club for details.
Attend the half-price sale at Mrs. Patio. This sale occurs just once a year and only during the month of October. All high-end furniture, umbrellas, and cushions in stock at half price. Come early for the best selection. Half price at Mrs. Patio. 3 locations to serve you.
I just picked up the cake for the baby shower.
Yay! You know she's having a boy, right?
Oh boy.
Buick now has an SUV for that. Introducing the new Buick Encore.
I knew I could trust you guys with the cake.
No problem. That was close.
One of 3 luxury SUVs from the new Buick.
Current Buick or GMC lessees, get this low-mileage lease on this 2017 Buick Encore for around $199 per month. See your Southern Nevada Buick dealers.
You may have seen this look in magazines or high-end stores. Made from solid wood and veneers. A smoky gray finish with iron hardware and barn door closure. You get the queen bed, dresser, mirror, and nightstand for only $12.99.
Your friend orders a Friday sirloin steak and big ribs. You want to up him with the steak, but add a steak. Figuring steak and steak trumps ribs and steak. But does it?
2 meats, 2 sides, $14.99. Get it here or get it to go.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Ed Bernstein and Associates. Enough said. Call Ed.
Jeopardy, then Wheel of Fortune. Weekdays starting at 7 on 8 News Now. You're watching 8 News Now at 5.
Well, the annual Pride Parade will get underway soon in downtown Las Vegas.
Starts tonight at 6 o'clock. 8 News Now reporter Darlene Melendez is live near Carson and 4th as people are getting ready to enjoy those Friday festivities. Hi, Darlene.
Hi, Denise, Christy, and yes, well, setup is still underway right now, but we're already seeing a lot of event attendees around here excited for tonight's parade. And this year's theme of Pride is Unity Together, and organizers tell me that that couldn't be more fitting. James Healy, president of Las Vegas Pride, tells me he hopes this weekend will allow people a chance to celebrate, but also hopes it will help with healing. The pre-show is kicking off at 6:15, and they'll be honoring victims of 1 October with a candlelit tribute and a performance of Rise Above. They'll also be honoring first responders during the parade. And according to Pride organizers, this is their largest Pride festival. They're expecting about 20,000 to 25,000 people to attend. And tonight is just kicking off the entire weekend. Tomorrow and Sunday, the festival will be at Sunset Park. Reporting live, Darlene Melendez, 8 News Now.
All right, great. Thanks so much, Darlene, and thank you for joining us here at 5 o'clock on the Valley's News Leader. Don't forget, you can always find us on Facebook and Twitter, and also stay up to date by downloading our free 8 News Now app.
The CBS Evening News is next. We hope to see you back here at 6 o'clock.
Renewal by Anderson.